Hey guys, it's Matt from Train Sim Society and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Wow, today was quite the day, or I guess yesterday if this ends up going up on Wednesday. The official reveal of Train Sim World 6 has happened. Dovetail Direct was long, there was so much there to digest. And speaking of Dovetail Direct, before we go any further into this video, if you want my live reactions and thoughts on everything announced, all of that is going to be in my live reaction video, which is up on the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. Today, I'm giving you a complete recap of everything we know so far about Train Sim World 6 following the Dovetail Direct. So to state the obvious, Train Sim World 6 is official and it is coming, and you can actually pre-order it now before the full release on September 30th. So we are exactly 1 month away, give or take, depending if you purchase the deluxe edition or not. Now, pre-orders come with a 10% discount depending on your platform. On Steam, it is a loyalty discount, and on Epic Games, Xbox, and PlayStation, it's being framed as just a regular pre-order discount. I don't think there's any difference in that percentage though, but you will need PS Plus for it to apply on PlayStation, unfortunately. So at launch, the game will come with 3 brand new core routes. The very first is the Riviera line from Exeter to Plymouth and Paignton. So this one is going to feature the GWR Class 802 Intercity Express train and the GWR Class 150/2 Sprinter. So you'll be driving through the legendary Devon Banks and along the Dawlish seawall into English coastal towns. I'm going to keep my thoughts brief as they're all in my reaction. This looks like a lovely scenic route. It isn't really my ideal route, and it doesn't fully align to my preferences, but it still looks good and I can't wait to dive in. I'm sure I'm going to like it. Now, the second core route is the Morristown line with New Jersey Transit running between both New York and Hoboken out to Dover. So this is going to feature the classic Aero 3 EMU as well as the ALP 46 electric locomotive with the multi-level cars, bringing a good mix of commuter services into the game. This route coincides with the already existing NEC New York to Trenton. They're going to be bringing at least that section of the route up to standards. We now have 2 hubs to come out of, and judging by the map, I think we might even be able to take trains up to Secaucus on the lower level platforms, which we couldn't do in the New York to Trenton route, obviously. This route looks like a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot to do. It's going to be very busy, and I'm assuming we will have access to New York stock to take it all the way to Newark. I'm just hoping that the ACS 64 and Acela are brought up to TSW 6 standards, you know, with the suspension physics. More of my thoughts on this route are in my reaction video. And the third core route is Bahnstrecke Leipzig to Dresden in Germany. So here you'll have the DBBR 411 ICET, the DBBR 442 Talent 2, the DBBR 146 with Dostos, and the DBBR 185 with freight services. So that's high speed, regional passenger, and freight all packed into one route. I have to say, a little disappointed here with this one. There's just a lot being reused, but this route is very, very long, it seems. And it kind of reminds me a lot of Frankfurt Fulda in terms of there just being a lot to do and a lot of variety, and there being express passenger, stopping passenger, freight. So I'm actually very happy and excited for this one, even though it looks like we are getting a lot of recycled content. But I'm curious on your thoughts, and again, I have more thoughts on this in my reaction video. But that is not all, because depending on which edition of TSW 6 you pick up, there are extra locomotives layered in as well. So the Cross Country Class 220 Voyager will expand the Riviera line. The New Jersey Transit ALP 45 DP will layer onto the Morristown line. And lastly, we have the DBBR 294 Shunter, which will add operations in Leipzig to Dresden. Now, outside of routes and trains, TSW 6 also comes with a handful of brand new features, and all of these were very, very highly requested by players. So yeah, Dovetail did listen to us at least here, and you can't deny that. We are finally getting random delays in events, which means you might have signals taking longer to clear, temporary speed restrictions, or equipment failures on board. Unfortunately, I don't think this includes weather-related delays. I hope that's at least incorporated in the future. I would love to see that. And also with temporary speed restrictions, I hope there are scenery tiles. I elaborate more on this in my reaction video, but if we're just having slowdowns with nothing going on, it isn't really believable. So it would be nice to see maybe track crews or a little truck on the side of the tracks, something to really set the scene and make it believable. I would personally love that, but either way, I'm very happy that this is coming. We also have train faults to manage and keeping things a bit less predictable. Another big one is platform and train announcements, actual audible details being played across your journeys, and inside the trains themselves, there's now more passenger ambience to make services feel more alive. And this is exactly what I want. This is exactly what we need. Being able to hear these things while driving and also while you're at the stations, and if you have the windows down in your train, being able to hear the announcements in your train and at the stations, it is going to make the world feel so much more alive. I'm telling you, I play with announcements using a third-party program called Metro Speak, and just that makes the game feel more alive. So the fact that this is going to be integrated into the game, thank you so much. So these are all in addition to the features the game already has, like free roam, conductor mode, photo mode, route hopping, creator club, livery designer, formation designer, scenario planner. All of that will remain in place. So we're just stacking things on top of one another. My first thought after all of this is, oh God, what is the situation with bugs gonna be like? Is it gonna be bad? Honestly, I don't know. I'm scared, but all I can do is cross my fingers and hope that things run smoothly when this releases. But these features, they do sound really good on paper, I will say. I really hope we have conductor mode fixes coming. I don't think any of that was mentioned here. There are still some glitches with photo mode. I would like to see that improved. Route hopping is great. Creator club, like I mentioned in one of my videos, that needs to be fixed and addressed. The profanity filters are a mess. So just a few of my thoughts here on this section. But now I want to get into pricing and editions because there are many to choose from. I'm not sure if we're going to have the regional editions again. I don't remember seeing them here, and I don't think they talked about them in the live, but to start, the standard edition is going to be priced at £44.99 British pounds, €49.99 euros, or $49.99 US dollars, and this was going to include the 3 core routes, Riviera, Morristown, and the Dresden extension, along with all the trains I mentioned earlier, plus entitlement to the Dresden Reise add-on for extra layers. So all the new core features are included here as well. Now up next, the deluxe edition is going to be priced at £64.99 British pounds, or €79.99 euros and US dollars. And on top of everything in standard, you get the cross-country Voyager, the New Jersey Transit ALP 45DP, and the DBBR 294. The deluxe will also come with 5 days of early access starting on September 25th. So like I said at the beginning of the video, it's about a month away, but if you get that deluxe or special edition, you actually get it in less than 30 days. And lastly, this is the big special edition. A lot of people are saying this is overpriced. I guess I can kind of see it, but you have to look at what you're getting. Like, you're actually getting a lot of content, and if you divide that up, it's actually not too bad of a price. So this is going to be priced at 105 British pounds, or 120 euros or US dollars. So this bundles everything from the standard and the deluxe, plus it adds in a selection of back catalog routes that really do flesh out the package. So that's going to include the MBTA Boston to Worcester route in the US, the Ludwigsbahn in Germany, Cardiff City Network in Wales, Semmeringbahn in Austria, and Zwolle to Groningen in the Netherlands. And you're also going to get that same 5-day early access beginning September 25th. So here's where things get interesting for new players. There will also be a free starter pack, which is returning from TSW5. This will be available from launch for 6 weeks only between September 30th and November 11th. This is going to feature an updated training center route and comes with unbranded versions of the Class 66, 8F steam locomotive, the Class 323, BR143 with Dostos, and new this year, the SD40-2 diesel locomotive. So this pack pack is designed as a way for brand new players to jump in without paying anything, but it also doubles as a way for existing players to upgrade to TSW6 for free while carrying forward their whole library of compatible add-ons. And I see this everywhere, all over social media. Does this mean I lose my content? No, it does not. You do not need to worry. All your content will carry over. If you don't want any of the new core routes, you don't have to get them. You could just claim the free starter pack, be on TSW6, and still play with everything that you had previously. And even your player profile will transfer, so that is nice. And on that note, there is some good news about Caltrain content. After the licensing issues earlier this year, Dovetail is now reintroducing those add-ons in unbranded form. So if you already own them, you still have access to them in TSW6 going forward. I was really worried about this, but I'm so happy that I don't have to worry anymore. This is why sometimes when you're unhappy, you speak out because you will be heard, and they definitely heard us very loud and clear. So thank you, Dovetail. This is exactly what we want to see. And I know that folks in the UK and some folks in Germany, they're not the biggest fan of unbranded content. Anytime anything unbranded is mentioned or brought to the table, they throw a toddler tantrum. But I just want to say, as a US player, I know the equipment here is hard to get access to, and I would rather see it unbranded than not at all. So moving on to the add-ons that were revealed as part of the Take a Ticket showcase. So there are 8 in total, covering a wide spread of new countries, developers, and styles of content. We've got Liberec to Starapaka from Vector Simulations. I tried my best with pronunciations. I am so sorry if I completely butchered that. Birmingham to Crew from All Aboard Studios. Looking forward to that one. The Tadami line from Union Workshop is arriving in TSW6, thank God. It was on the Take a Ticket last year, guys. But guess what? It's actually coming this time, and they confirmed that it is, so we have to hold them to that. Then we have Stuttgart to Heilbronn from Dovetail themselves. NEC New York to Stanford, also from DTG. This one nearly had me crap my pants, I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting this, but this made me so happy because it sounds like we're getting 2 different branches for that route too. And we're getting the M8. I'm just really hoping that the ACS64 and the Acela Express are given those suspension physics for the NEC, because please just give us that. Like, you can leave the route alone as far as New York to Trenton. You can leave it alone, I don't care, but for the stock that will layer onto these routes, and I'm assuming it will, at least give us that, please. I beg. We're not done though, it continues. We have the Expert DBBR145 from TSG, then Lisbon to Setúbal from Virtua via 360, and Crew to Preston from Just Train. So that is a very big mix. Everything from new third-party partners, new regions, and even a brand new expert level loco, our second in the TSW series. So alongside all of this, Dovetail also announced their brand new official Discord server. I have a whole video on that I uploaded, I believe yesterday. It's free to join, and it's being pitched as the central hub for all Dovetail titles. So not just TSW and TSC, but also future games too. So definitely check that out. I was kind of wondering where the Metro Rivals speculation was coming in, because they didn't announce any more titles in Dovetail Direct, and I was expecting that. I was a little shocked. So what is coming next on the calendar? Well, the TSW6 roadmap is being published in 2 parts. The first part is going to arrive tomorrow, August 27th. Tomorrow as of when I'm recording this, but if it goes up sometime on the 27th, it'll probably be early AM. So it's coming on the 27th, covering the core routes, locomotives, and features in more detail. And the second part follows on August 28th, focusing on the partner releases. And on that same day, there will be a live stream with Alex and Matt at 1800 UTC and 1900 BST on YouTube and Twitch to go over everything. And you guys bet your butt I'll be taking notes, and we will be going through that live stream too, because there is a lot coming and I cannot wait to go through everything. I am personally so excited for this. I am skeptical. I'm cautiously optimistic though. We gotta try and remain positive though. I'm just happy that the US didn't get the crap end of the stick. I'm so happy that we got good stuff this time. Thank you, Dovetail. Thank you, Matt, for listening saying to us, this is what we needed. And I say we as in US players because we've been needing this for a while. UK players in German, I can't really speak for you, so you guys will have to share all your thoughts below, but as a US player, I'm personally very happy. So that is gonna be it. Most of the details about everything we know so far in regards to TSW6 following the Dovetail Direct stream. Again, if you want my full-time reactions and commentary, I have that whole thing up. It is a whirlwind, guys. It's crazy. I am like screaming in it at some points, and it's a lot. It's kind of annoying, but I'm telling you, it's a fun watch. I had so much fun, and I hope you guys had fun watching it. Hopefully this recap makes it easy to see everything in one place without sitting through that entire direct in case you don't want to. But are you planning to pre-order TSW6? And if so, which edition are you going for? Standard, deluxe, or special? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments, but that's gonna be it for me. Take care, guys. Happy real simming.